What was your favorite show and like you know what I'm saying? What song y'all like gets the best crowd response?
Most play. There's a song we did, Pushin. Shout out to Bryce. He's out in LA. That's our boy. Hell of an engineer and producer. And shout out to Most Clutch. And I did some guitar work on it. And shout out to Chibu. So Chibu is another part. He's another member of a collective. Like we try to keep a group of collectives we work through. But Chibu is an amazing artist. He works with DreamWorks. He's got a show on Netflix called Kipu now. If you ever get a chance. But he did a full-on animation of that, and so it's us fighting fucking like robots and police and shit, and fighting Japanese police and shit, and people seem to vibe with that. We have a follow-up for that coming up. Should be dropping this month. It's called Come Along, but that's a full episode as well. It's gonna be with an artist called Johnny Craig featuring. But that's our most well received on Spotify and everything. Yeah, people really vibe with it.
Well, what's your opinion on like, you know what I'm saying, 2020? Like, you know, everybody like calling this the year of the dead, and everybody dying, and you know, you got different things like police brutality getting, you know, a different type of attention now, and you know, you got coronavirus, just like everything, you know, COVID dying. You know what I'm saying? It's just a lot of different things going on. Like, what's your opinion on like the year and like how you been maneuvering through it?
It's definitely been difficult, man. From you know, my mom just went through breast cancer. She beat it. God bless, you know. And you know, that's something that's a heavy situation to deal with during all of that. So I definitely think it's been a testing year, and but I think time repeats itself, and in saying that, I was speaking with my sensei, and we were talking on it. My sensei is about 60, you know. Shout out to our ninja kindergarten. He's if you ever watched, we had this video called Gold where I got the flamethrower and shit, and it's this martial arts black dude, old dude breaking bricks with his hand. That's him though. But my sensei, I was talking with him, and you know, he was saying when he was born, like, you know, his brothers had fought in Vietnam, you know, and right after Vietnam, we lost a lot of people, you know, and so after the war, there was this like awakening renaissance, and he was like, that's when you got people like Jimmy, and people were getting shot at colleges, and the police, you know, it was this whole like, we don't want to fight anymore, and it was this whole resistance with the government. And he said this time kind of reminds him of that, because, you know, we have college students out protesting, getting shot by police. Not to compare Corona to the Vietnam, you know, but like we've lost more people now according to statistics, but you know, it's a similar, you know, detriment. But right after that, we had an artistic renaissance, and so that's what I'm hoping for. That we had the Beatles, we had Jimmy, we had like, you know, fucking like, yo, just like, yeah, man, it's like, yo, it's just like a whole Bob Dylan, we're not gonna do this anymore. Queen, we're not gonna fuck with this shit, you know. And I'm hoping that's what will come around. So yeah, that's my take on it, man. You know, you gotta. It sucks the way I think our government handled it, but we're here, and so let's make some great art. Hopefully, when we come out of it, man, and change the political movement. You know, change what's going on. I'm definitely for that. As a name African Americana, I couldn't. You know what I mean? We couldn't like not be with the shits. Like, yo, that definitely has to change, and I think through social, like, active movements as well as like cultural musical movements, things can happen, you know.
What's your opinion on Megan's music scene?
Yo, so I think it's interesting because like definitely like you said, like Brooklyn and like New York in general is the birthplace of hip hop. So when I came down to Macon, I became aware that I was in like the birthplace of like shit rock and roll, like Little Richard, you know. And even down to the Allman Brothers. But my opinion of making it, yeah, I mean I've made some good friends here. I've made some Capricorn Records has vibed with us, so they reached out, so it was a blessing to be able to record in you know, Studio A. So yeah, man, I think the Henny tastes the same, but it's cheaper down here, bro. And that's what you know. So that's what I vibe with making, man. I fuck with it, and definitely every avenue. Even though, like I said, at first African Americana, like a lot of the establishments wouldn't accept us, and that's something that I think that should always, I'm always gonna be like, yo, they didn't accept us because our name is African Americana. But as of now, we've been able to connect with them more on a better level, and they've given us positions and different shows like Bragg Jam, headlining Bird Bash, and then also when it comes to like people like Bob Lynn and Lord DeAndre, and just like that whole community and that whole like all the way down to the black male and everybody, they vibe with us too. So being able to basically, I love living in both worlds. I love being able to do hip hop, and I love being able to do rock. There's no way I couldn't do both, and there's no way I couldn't do both together. And I think Macon has allowed me to do that. I would hope to see the music scene evolve, because that's one thing I see as a lot of our great artists, like we got to go to Atlanta, we got to go other places, and it's not that we don't want to be here, but the people that have a hold on a couple of things, it's just harder for us to operate here.
Get me out of here. I got a bird on the grove. I put a bird on the stove. She got me a rap in the stove. She like that I rap and I smoke. We match like Tonic and